relax. We've had a stressful playoff so far, and me missing one race did not help. So, luckily, with the helps of my teammates last week, I was able to get to the position to sit back and enjoy this race tonight.
Absolutely, it's comes in handy every so often. That's we obviously both won, round right race one and race two, so this helps out a lot and lets us do stuff like this every so often. We thought in after the Roval race, we did this for the Roval preset race, and we were like, we're not going to be able to do this again. Well, we were pleasantly surprised that we were wrong. Obviously, we're here now, so. Swab, you have a couple of people lined up that we can kind of talk to in the meantime while we're waiting on everything to come together here. Did you want to go ahead and bring in
Yeah,
one?
absolutely. I can get one of the first guys in. The guys that we're going to be interviewing tonight are the guys that are on the bubble to actually make it into the next round. We got our first guy that I will be getting in. It is Mr. Blaze. I believe he is the first one up to the bubble, right? Is that correct?
That is correct. He's 12 points out right now, so he's sitting in seventh. Um, Pretty close, but not close enough just yet.
All right. Let me see if I can find him because I think he's showing up offline. It's just a matter of finding him. I promise he's here. Oh, there he is. All right, let's get him in here. Invite is sent, so we were just waiting for him to join the party. As soon as he
There he
does,
is.
oh, there he is. There
All
he
right.
is. Make sure you include your audio, sir.
All right.
All right, we are good to go.
That's it. Hey, Blaze. Obviously, you got a lot of work ahead of you tonight. There's not as many people as we were expecting to have run. Talk to me. What's the game plan? What you got set up? What's tonight looking like for you?
Um, I'm pretty much going out there trying to win, man. I can't really sit here and let fate try to take somebody out or whatever. I need to go out here and just do the deal myself. Get the job
Absolutely.
done.
Absolutely. I like that train of thought. Talk to me about, obviously, you ran last night and ran pretty well, finished second in the Xfinity race. What was the tire wear like? Did you expect it to kind of go down as it did? Were you surprised by how long you were able to make the tires last? Did it not go as far as you thought it would? Kind of talk to me about what that looked like for you and kind of what you expect tonight.
Well, I mean, last night that tower was terrible for me. I pretty much had 10% left with 5 laps left for fuel, so I mean, it's pretty bad. And tonight the car's it's customs, so I could put something up under it that'll work more for me. And my tires will last. Get
Good,
them
good.
last the fuel run. That's all I need them to do.
That's it. That's as far as
Hey,
they got
that's
to
the most
get.
important thing for tonight.
Yeah.
Now, are you coming in with the mentality of seconds not good enough? You
If
gonna
you're
go
not
and win
first,
it?
you're last. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. A win will actually definitely get you in there for the next round. So I absolutely understand by the fact where you don't want to put it in Fate's hands and somebody else's, and evidently that's screwing you out of the race, like we actually saw in the real
Yeah.
NASCAR race.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want none of that.
That was interesting. I'm hoping we
Yeah.
have something like that tonight. That'd be great.
I'm sure you do. I'm
Yeah.
sure you do. High entertainment value. I want a boring, long drawn out race and me just lapping cars.
Now, is there anybody that you kind of are worried about tonight? Like someone who you think might actually get around you and ruin those chances, or you just not let it phase you?
I ain't gonna really focus on that. I'm gonna just focus on what I can control, and go out here and try to beat the front runners that's been in since the custom playoffs started. And yes, Jamie's been really fast. I feel like if I'm in and around him or ahead of him, I'm doing good. Skull's always fast. Goose is always fast. I mean, if I'm anywhere in the vicinity of those guys and we're up front, if I'm ahead of them, I think I'm on the right pace.
Well, that's great to hear, man.
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Well, you have any other questions, Mike, for tonight? Because I know
No, I think I'm good. Thanks for stopping by and just kind of hanging out with us for a minute. Trying to get as much information as I can. Now, obviously, you and I have been through this over the last few days, but you're 12 points back, so obviously a win moves you on no matter what, and adds a few playoff points. The one thing that I'm kind of looking over here is obviously you had 7 points from the regular season, bonus points at the end, that obviously helped out to a degree. A win from this point will take you quite a bit further in that last run of 6 drivers. So just know I'm pulling for you. I hope you do well tonight, and hopefully I can rub some of that luck off. Now, what I learned in the Roval event is that if I talk about somebody, they're going to wreck immediately. That's what we learned. It's a
Oh, yeah,
terrible.
they're going to get taken out.
Yeah, it's
the jinx. Huh?
Absolutely.
And I'm the first in line to get it, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
talk
and
to 3 more people after
That's not
me.
even exaggerating.
Like, I talked crap about Chris Collinsworth doing that for years, and then what do? That exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to prevent that from happening tonight. So if you go back and watch the stream, and if you hear somebody called, like, I don't know, I don't have a really good nickname, maybe like Captain Speed or something like that, just know that I'm talking about you, but I'm trying not to jinx you. So we'll cross that bridge when we get
Appreciate
there.
it, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man. Just
break
gonna
my
give
heart.
a shout out to the boys at the shop.
That's it. It would break my heart if I were the person that ended your run. That not something I want to do. So we'll get there. But awesome.
But
So
you just make sure you call out everybody else's name, then, buddy.
that's it. That's 100%.
They flash a lot.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And for all of you who aren't familiar, that's 3 flashes with a T. 3 flashes. See, we're getting started already. All right, awesome. Thank you again. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few, and thanks for hanging out with us for a few. And we'll go ahead and get this kicked off here in a couple minutes.
All right, man.
All right, man. Good luck
everybody.
tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Well wishes.
All right, so that leaves us with. So yeah, I know you had a couple other names lined up. Yeah, Goose is on his way back, so we're in a holding pattern for him at the moment, which is all good. So if you had, I think you had a couple more lined up. So if we wanted to get into those, we are more than okay to do so.
All right, let's get him in right now. This will be 3 flashes. The other guy on the bubble. This guy is actually... Yeah, he's actually got the spot right now, so it's what everyone's fighting for.
That's it. And that's 3 flashes with a T. 3 flashes. There we
go. It's actually spelled 3.
3. Yeah, physically 3.
Is that what you were trying to say?
That's 100% what I was going for. Yep. Hey, Chris, just to confirm, Chris, is your audio included in the party? I'll do it.
And now it is.
There you go. Awesome.
All
hey,
right.
Chris. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks for joining us for a couple minutes here. Talk to me. What's the plan tonight? You're 12 points up. Obviously, a win from anybody else below you kind of, makes this whole thing relevant. What's your plan?
I think the easiest way is just go out and win both stages and win the race.
All right.
I like that attitude.
I'm gonna write that one down. That's good. I like it. It's a solid plan. It's a little bit more hard to do. What are you looking at for setup here? I don't want details. Just kind of where do you feel? Where's your mind at? What you think?
Well, I feel good. I think I got something good for the long run. I've put in about 300 laps of practice today because I felt like I was lacking on the setup. So I've tried about 10 different things and kind of got something I think I'm gonna be happy with. So
All right, good deal.
I
Question that
looking
I'm
forward
asking
to it.
everybody here. Now, obviously, you ran the Xfinity race. You ran that on the wheel. Talk to me about the tire wear. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think? Did you learn anything yesterday? How was your tire wear? How do you think that's going to play into today?
Well, for me, I feel like eventually I'll be better with the wheel with tire wear. But last night I felt like I was wearing the tires more than I would with the controller, because I have a way now with the controller that I can avoid wearing the tires so much. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, just run the controller and feel better about it, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. Swaff, got anything for our friend here?
Now next season, do you plan on switching to full wheel, or are you going to kind of keep
Next
switching?
season, that is the plan. Plan on in the Triple Crown that we have starting December 5th for anyone that wants to come out and try out. Um, I'm gonna be using the wheel in that and just see if I can get the hang of it. And if I don't feel like I'm doing better with it, then I might just stick with the controller. But I think if I put enough time into it, I'll be better with it. Pretty sure.
That's good. Now, tonight, are you? Is there somebody that you have in mind that you're going to maybe follow and hope maybe get a little bit of draft, or are you just going to run your own race and hope that somebody follows you?
Um, well, I am probably going to be working a lot with Kramer. He's going to be driving your car, as you know, tonight. So we work together in practice, and I feel like we'll work good together in the race. So I'll probably hang around with him and see what we can do, hopefully up front.
Oh, nice. Um,
Yeah.
Now, our previous interview, his mindset was finishing second isn't good enough. He's going out for the win. Is that going to be your mentality too,
Yeah,
or are you
yes, it
just going for
definitely is.
points?
I mean, I know I need just the points, but I also, it's a race and I want to win it. Um, So,
Because
yeah, I'm not just gonna be happy to run second, even if I'm locked in. And he's leading, because if he wins, then
oh
that's gonna
yeah,
change it,
then
So,
it doesn't even
and
matter.
if yeah, but if I'm running second, and somebody that's leading that doesn't really matter, then yeah, I wouldn't probably wreck my car to win the race or anything, but I definitely still would want to try. So,
Oh yeah. Well, definitely from a teammate standpoint, I am definitely pulling for you to make it tonight.
well, that's good to hear.
And and I'm sure from a teammate standpoint with Mike, it's the same thing. But
Yeah.
tonight we're announcing,
Oh
so we
yeah,
have to be
Ob-
we're
ob-
non
neutral with
unbiased.
Objective.
everything.
Objective is the word
Yes.
you're
Yeah,
looking for, and that's the word I was
yeah.
about to use. Um, so obviously we're all kind of friends here, and that's the whole beauty of this entire thing is that we all get together 3 times a week, and we try to beat each other up for lack of a better word, because that's what makes us happy and that's what makes it fun. So I'm pulling for both you and Blaze. If you guys can both make it in without knocking anybody else out, which obviously is impossible, then so be it. So I'm just a guy, and as I've said 4 times this week, I just work here. So hopefully you guys have a good night, have a fun night. That's what we're hoping for. So for sure.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Flash.
Yeah.
Good luck tonight, bud.
Yep. Y'all enjoy it up in the booth. Hope the refreshments are good.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I got
Fantastic.
mine going on right now.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here and get ready to go win the race. Hopefully.
Absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right, buddy.
Have a good night, man.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Okay, now my next guy, we were supposed to actually have Florida Gator, who was on the bubble tonight, but he got a little camera shy. So what I'm going to do is I am actually bringing in a surprise guest, and I know Mike is going to be happy about this. Let's
And
see if he joins in.
in all fairness, it doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm a very simple man, but I'm interested.
Oh yeah,
You've piqued my interest.
but there's nothing wrong with having a little extra gift.
Nah, not at all. No, JV, he's here. You were absolutely right.
What?
What's up, buddy?
Make sure you include your audio, bud. Let me
So,
know when you got
All
it.
right, I got it.
all right. So the
All
so
right.
What's up, ladies?
so here's the fun part about last night. So last night, obviously, the party broke up, and so I couldn't hear you guys. I didn't know that you had left the race, and so I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and talk to the one person that's on this stream. What I didn't know was that Jamie was kind of in and out, so I saw one go up to two, go up to one, go up to two, and I saw it in the chat, and I was like, oh sweet, he's here. And then he left, and so I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna talk to myself for the next half
I
hour.
peeked in. Hell, you had like a 13-second lead at that time.
Yeah, it was. I don't know why they were stupid enough to give me fresh air, but they did, and I was like, okay, I'll just take it, I guess, and so I did. But that was fun. I got to just talk to myself for a little bit, and for the couple people that were on, and so that was nice and fun. But Jamie, talk to me, man. You have been so close, at least 8 or 9 times this year, and we can go down that list, but. Super close.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I know. I had to. It's contractually obligated. But you've been close. We have, obviously, a place that kind of suits your driving style, saving tires, saving your equipment, trying to get to the finish as clean as humanly possible. That's your thing, on top of being fast. Talk to me about what the plan is tonight. What do you kind of want to accomplish? You're pretty safe in points, but what do you want to accomplish tonight?
I just want to try to gain some more stage points and basically try to go for the win, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, again, I say that jokingly and seriously at the same time. It feels like 8 or 9, 10 times this year it had a car that could have won and been put into a position to win, and then something happens, get taken out, late caution, things like that. This is obviously a short race. This is only 200 miles compared to kind of what we normally do of 250 plus. What's the setup? Do you have something long run? Do you have something kind of set up for the short term for that late caution? What did you kind of plan ahead for?
Basically, I think I got an all around.
Good. That
It's good on short. It's good on long. It runs bottom, top, middle.
Heck
I
yeah.
think I'll be good to go.
Now, that's
Absolutely.
something I want to see tonight. I want to see somebody get that bottom line going, because that's all
Hey.
we've seen is just the top line at this track.
Yep. And I don't know if anybody else thought of that or not, but you will end up having to run the bottom. So I guess if your car's no good there, well, sucks to be you.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
Well,
Now,
honestly, Jamie, I can't wait to see that number down at the bottom and see what it can do. It's gonna suck not racing with you tonight, but you know what, man? I'm gonna be sitting on the sideline watching you try to make your way up to the front, or I don't actually. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't even want to jinx you or anything like that. But definitely,
It's all right. I
as
do that on my own.
but as a good friend and someone who really enjoys racing with you, I'm pulling for you also tonight. I want to see you do good, and who knows, maybe if you finish up front tonight, that might kind of make the points thing a little interesting after the race.
Well,
So,
yeah, we got to shake that up a little bit.
oh yeah,
make it
there's nothing wrong
interesting.
with a little shake up. All right, well, Jamie, thank you very much. We're actually gonna switch over that way we can make sure that we get everybody in before the race starts, because we are getting close to that time.
All right,
but-
yeah, this waiting game is kind of sucking. I'm ready to race.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
I
Yeah.
know you are. All right, Jamie.
All right, guys, well, good talking to you. Have fun in the booth tonight.
Will do.
All
Thanks
right,
so
thanks,
much. All right, so we got one last one, who should be in his. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he drives a Toyota Tacoma. He should be almost home by now, considering he lives 5 minutes away from his work. But we don't judge. We're here. We're friends. Goose, do we have him close by? Do we have him?
I actually just invited him. Let's see if he actually gets that. that invite, he was on the Xbox app. I think he was waiting for us, which I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
But, um, some things happen. But I know he's driving. I'm sure the most important thing that he's worried about right now is
Yeah.
getting home as quick as possible and getting in the driver's seat and
Yep.
ready to race, because he is one of those people. I think he's going to be good tonight. I don't think he really has anything to worry about,
Yeah.
unless he. Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Unless he has a. I wish that I could put up the overlay kind of above the stream. We're not quite there technologically yet. We're working on it. So he's currently 13 points above Flash. Now, really, the nightmare scenario here is that Flash goes out, runs well, Goose, runs the back, 9th, 10th all night. Blaze, Gator, or Cap wins the race, and then, then what happens from there? That's kind of the nightmare scenario. If Goose really puts up one good stage, he should be fine. And honestly, I thought he had one of the best cars last night. Obviously, he led a ton. He won stage one of the Xfinity race. He did great. And just had a pretty decent night until stage three. Stage three came around. He had a two flat tires, had a speeding penalty, and he still finished third. Out of all that. So, pretty talented. I think he's got the feel of this game now, where he didn't when we had first moved over. So excited to see kind of what he can do tonight on a custom in a custom race at a track that suits him. Speaking of which, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, buddy.
You made it. Make sure you include your audio.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, man.
Goose.
There you are.
You
What
made
up,
it.
what up, what up? I did.
You ready for tonight?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Did you learn anything from last night on what you gotta move strategy wise for tonight, or are you
I
winging
think the one big thing that I gotta make sure I don't do is use the bottom line at all with how sensitive the tire wear is. If I can keep it up high, then I should be fine. The minute you try to run down low and carry any type of speed, you're killing your tires.
right? Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, that was something that I think we got separated there for a while after a couple laps into stage three, and trying to pass people in the bottom. We were just talking to Jamie about this. Jamie seems like he's got a pretty good grip of, no pun intended, but he's got a pretty good grip at the bottom. How will the tires kind of work out? Last night, what did you see with the tire wear here? Obviously, it's more so here and like Vegas, Texas, these mile-and-a-half racetracks where there's the biggest divide between really good tire wear and really bad tire wear. Aside from the bottom, did you learn anything about kind of how the cars are going to react? Do you think there's anything you can take from last night to use tonight, or are the cars that much different, kind of between the two?
I don't think it's that the cars are so much different. I think it's when you're running a custom setup, you're trying to get as much out of the car as you can, and you definitely sacrifice tire wear. The one thing that I noticed last night on the preset was if there's a huge, just, your first three laps, you can put up insane laps. Then all of a sudden, you're running, in the Xfinity cars, you're running high 31s, low 32s, but you ran that consistently.
Sure.
I was almost able to make tires go a full fuel run. I'd come up usually about 3 laps short. I think that's going to be very different tonight. I think there's going to be a huge, huge drop off in tires from how long you can actually go on fuel.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and that's one thing that I think we're the most excited to see. Obviously, we're going to have a couple of streams up, to our disposal. Oh no, looks like Goose.
He must have already had to go.
There we go. All right, cool. I know we're about to kick off and get going here, but that was that really was something that we had. There he is. He's back. There we go. No, that's I'm excited to see how that's going to play out, though. For especially if we do get a couple of green flag runs. The Xfinity races generally go long green flag run. The custom races always have that just one caution that leads to others and kind of mass carnage. The short run cars that we have to, adjust for. Um, what do you think tonight looks like in terms of short run, long run? Kind of where do you think the car needs to be? Obviously, already having it set up.
Um, I think I actually think with this track, the way the lines are, you're gonna really need a long run car. I think we're also gonna notice who actually ran laps with their cars.
Sure.
Because some of these guys maybe jump on, do 5 laps, and like, hey, I'm putting up high 30s, let's go, and then they don't actually see around lap 10. You notice a huge fall off in the car.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. That's a really really good point to make. That's something we'll have to keep an eye out for tonight. So, so if you got anything for him, any other questions that I didn't get to hit on?
Let's see. I'll ask a question that I already asked somebody. Is there anybody that you are kind of worried about in a sense tonight that you think will ruin your chance of getting the W?
By being fast or being stupid?
Either or. Let's do that.
Because being fast, Jamie always is a threat because he's so consistent.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't call it being stupid, but I think people misjudging how the car will react. Well, how the car will react coming out at 2 once you get some tire wear, because it will want to shoot down to the apron.
Absolutely.
So that could be one of 10 drivers.
Yeah, because it's definitely a different driving style compared to Heat 3. We never really had that issue with the jumping down to the bottom. It seems like now with this game, you almost have to really maybe have your car tight from the start and then work your way from there, because that's what I've been having to do all season. Well, for how long we've been on Heat 4 is just have my car tight and then just loosen it up with the wedge as the race goes on. But yeah, I guarantee that there are probably some drivers that have not understood that concept just yet, and it's going to either affect just them or it's going to affect the whole outcome of tonight's race, which I'm hoping not, but it would make a good story for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the freedom of coming into the pits will also make it interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
It definitely did for me last night.
Yep, that was wholly by design. Figured if everybody was going to run up top, let's kind of take some of the reins off of pit road entry, let people figure it out on their own, and that seemed to not be as big of a deal as anything else. But I think that was the biggest takeaway from last night was you can really be aggressive getting down onto the apron and getting onto pit road. Obviously, these cars handle a little bit different under heavy braking, but you could really drive in extremely hard and still get slowed up enough to hit the yellow line under speed. You had a speeding penalty last night, which obviously we hope doesn't happen tonight as well. But what happened there? What was it just kind of a mental error, or was it just misjudged? What kind of took place there?
No, it's actually kind of crazy when you're trying to stop on just 3 tires. It does not stop the way you thought it would.
Yep. So one of those blown tires was kind of a part of that one as well. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep, blown tire gave me damage, gave me a pit road speeding penalty. It was fun.
Yep.
Oh man,
that's fair.
How far down did that drop you after that? Speeding penalty.
It dropped me back down to 4th. At that point, I was probably 9 seconds behind Mike. After that, I was almost a lap down. Or no, I was a lap down. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I mean, I spent 40 seconds in the pits.
Jeez. Yeah, and this is one of those tracks where you don't want to get a speeding penalty because by the time you're out, they're already almost half a track and a lap ahead of you. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can really do about it unless you get another late caution.
And those first 3 laps after a pit stop are so crucial.
Mm,
Oh
yep.
yeah,
Yep.
that's where you gain all your speed.
Absolutely. Yep, those the fresh tires, I mean, especially in the Xfinity cars, man, you get going and that first time up to full speed into a corner, you're backing down your speed to hit the high line, but you're only dropping down to 178, 179, and you're carrying that all the way around. By lap 3, you're down to 174, 175. So
Yep.
it's
Yep.
such a huge difference. You have to make the most out of out of that fresh rubber. You can abuse them a little bit, but you just got to run it to no end. So, all right. So Suave, I'm gonna get you an invite here, so that way you can kind of follow along. Goose, do not accept this invite. For whatever you do, don't
I
accept the
will not do
invite.
that.
All right. So we're gonna
And the
invite
fun part
everyone.
is during qualifying here, I can tell you what people are doing just right off the bat.
Yep, that's what
Oh
we're
yeah, there we go. We got an ink.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
we're hopping into right now. So we're gonna kind of follow along here for a little bit, and thank you, Heathen, for the invites. Appreciate that. Oh man, I'm incredibly excited about this. I'm also excited about tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow night the cutoff is much closer, and many more drivers are eligible for that. So I'm excited to watch how that all plays out. But tonight we got business at hand, business to deal with first. So
Blaze is driving the one Stewart or the Boyer car. I really like the Stewart throwback.
Oh yeah, now that we got that update, they can start running fullbacks or throwbacks in here.
I'm running
See,
mine.
do we have some drivers back up or go ahead and go pit? Oh no, there we go.
yeah, I think it's just a beautiful car. It's a beautiful 14 car, is what it is. Uh, Huge Tony Stewart fan, so love to see that. Oh yeah, and looks like Goose, you're in the Mark Martin Wienermobile, which is always awesome. Never thought I'd put
You
those
know
two.
it.
Never thought I'd put those two words together in the same sentence, but here we are.
Jamie running the Harvick throwback.
Yep. I was wondering about that. If that's something that we wanted to maybe plan for, maybe Texas or something like that. If we could have everybody kind of get all this together, but seems like that's already taken place. Obviously, we missed Darlington, but the game wasn't released yet. But oh no, Blaze. Oh no. See, and the crazy thing about this in this game, that's a common pass like that here at Kansas. That's a very common pass to what just happened. So,
Yes, it is.
yep. Man, it looks weird hearing your voice and seeing the 18 out there without you in it. That's a very odd proposition, but
I'm still trying to let this drain to my memory because I don't know, it's kind of unbelievable. I do love that color. I don't know if I told you guys that before, but I do love that color car.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I just like the hazelnut spread. It's a good flavor. I'm a very simple man. Again.
I have not tried that yet either.
Yeah, well, that's a crime. I should have you arrested
I know, right?
for it. But I'll accept this as a moment of ignorance on your part and just be okay with it. That's what we'll do.
That's like being sponsored by Busch Light and never having a Busch Light.
Right. That's just it's a crime. Mostly because if you were sponsored by them, you get them for free. So it's bad business, you know.
Well, I'm just here for the color.
Just here for the color. That's my line. What are you doing now?
Well, I kind of had to switch it up a little bit.
I know. All right, so looks like I'm following along with Heathen on his stream, running the Ryan Blaney, the Menard scheme, running pretty well so far. Again, qualifying, I just ran a 31:01. Decent time. And of course, again, the moment I say something, he puts it in the wall. Very NASCAR Heat 3 soundtrackish of him. Goodness, that was right on cue. I gotta stop doing that. That's,
Yeah, you really do.
I do, yeah. Let's test this theory out. How we doing, App Goose? How's everything going so far? How's the car feeling?
Feels good. Sammy was doing a great job of making the low line work.
I guess he was. That looked to be like a good battle. Obviously, last lap of qualifying here. Not really. It's trying to put down fastest lap of if anything. But yeah, look, he was making the line work for him. Something I found out last night that I was trying to work on. Gator was trying to pass me for 5 or 6 laps on newer tires and couldn't pull it off in the bottom. I noticed he pitted about 5 or 6 laps before he normally should have, around end of stage 1, early stage 2, and it was curious to see how much you could affect somebody else's tire wear by making them run the bottom, and taking that highlight away. So something maybe to keep in mind for tonight. We'll kind of see. Good job, Goose, on your upper series qualifying win. Congratulations, my friend.
Oh, nice.
Nice
Good
job,
job, buddy.
I think
Yeah.
the one thing, and that's what I practiced with Kramer last night, is you have to know, one, how to do a slide job, and two, how to angle so that you can just sweep your car way down in there. Because if you're on newer tires, you can slide job so easily.
Yeah.
I was able to do it a few times on Keebs, a few times on Kramer, but you have to commit to, until I get to the apex of the turn, I am full throttle. And your car has to be able to hold there. And I know a lot of times Gator runs a looser car. That may have been tougher for him. Or if you start your entry down low, you're in trouble.
Absolutely. The angle is heavily important there. That's for sure. Jamie throwing down a 30.4.
Great lap.
Beautiful. What a
Great
lap.
lap.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to jump in with these boys.
Absolutely. We will catch you on the
All
flip
right,
side.
Goose. Good luck
Sure.
tonight, bud.
Thanks, boys.
All right.
See you later,
All right. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that lobby, Swab. If you're still in there, go ahead and back out as well. There we go.
bud. Oh, yeah, I already backed out.
Okay, beautiful. Good deal. So it looks like they're missing one right now. One other one that might have packed out. Let's see if we can figure out who that was. Might have been Blaze, actually. I don't see Blaze on here anywhere. There he is. He just popped back in. All right, so Blaze is going to start in the back.
Okay.
I'd imagine he bounced for probably a small adjustment that he needed to make to the car. So he's going to start in the back. Flash is going to start second. That's where you want to be. For you're looking for points. Start up front. Be ahead of the mayhem. Try to stay up there as long as you can. That's something that you and I have I think, done a pretty good job of this year. Is trying to qualify as well as we can, obviously, and being in front of the the mess that happens behind you. But oh man,
Mike, I have seen you qualify way in the back and then end up front. So let's not play that game here.
I love qualifying 7th. There's just something about it. I don't know. It's fun, man. You got to Matt Kenseth it. That's what he always did. Terrible qualifier, fantastic racer.
And that was my driver.
That's it. That's it.
I was a diehard Matt Kenseth fan.
Yep. I was always a junior guy, but when it comes to class and just all around goodness, that's Matt Kenseth. I'm a big fan of dry humor, and if you've ever heard him, obviously in an interview, where he's not wanting to strangle Joey Logano's teeth out of his head, he's very funny. He's very just quick-witted, and you gotta love that.
Absolutely.
The first Coke 600 I ever went to in 2000 was the one that he won. It was his first win, and that was always a kind of a special moment because Junior won the Winston the week before, and we were at that one, and then we went the next week, and Kenseth had pulled off a 600 miler, so that was a fun sort of thing for us, and I'm proud to drive the 20, so for sure. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and
All
load
right.
in. Let me get you invite real quick, and we'll get you loaded
Oh,
up.
I already got the invite.
Oh, sweet.
We're good to
So
go.
ignore that one because that's the same
All right.
invite. Beautiful.
We are loading up in.
Let's do it, man. We
Let's
gotta.
get. Yep. Let's get it going.
That's it. To quote the great Jerry Reed, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Let's make this happen. So we'll kind of follow along, try to keep points up to date as much as humanly possible. Pretty sure Skull and Jamie are gonna clinch their way in. In the first stage, they're 34 and 31 up, but they're only 20 up on Flash. So we'll kind of see how tonight goes.
And
gonna
we're
stay
green.
Absolutely, we're gonna stay with Jamie here for a minute. We'll change that camera around. Just kind of watch what happens behind him. Looks like InDriver and Blaze kind of dropped off the back. Imagine Blaze is just going to fill his car out for a little bit and kind of see where it goes. Flash making an aggressive move, trying to get down to one or down to three. Sammy right behind him. Sammy having a good night. I know he's really looking forward to tomorrow. His point situation there we'll get to then, but gonna try his best tonight, and we'll see. Jamie's running kind of a lower entry, but drifts it up to the wall, kind of diamonds the corner almost in that top lane. We'll see kind of how that progresses as the night goes on, but so far so good. A good line. Let's go ahead and move over to Skull here. Heathen running back in 8th. Looks like he's behind Goose and Kramer. They're just kind of riding along for right now. I'm glad to see that this, this kind of spread out a little bit. Again, these guys, it's like Gator got up in the wall. Just need to get some laps in, get a feel for kind of what their cars are going to do. No need to press the issue right now unless you're Blaze, really. Kind of needs to pick up some positions, but again, we got a long way to go here in the stage. Sammy's trying to make a move on the 12 car of Heathen. Looks he's probably going to get the spot here. I think Heathen's going to give him plenty of room.
I think Heathen backed off.
Yeah, that top lane's going to get the run. It's a good call. Kramer coming up on the outside as well. Looks like the 18 wants a piece of that. Is on piece of that. There we go. Let's change the camera angle. Let's kind of ride with the 18 here for a minute.
That beautiful 18.
I know. Look at it. Just though, not to destroy your hopes and dreams here, but it is a little too much. Got a little too much North Carolina blue in it for me, but I can see where you get it from. I see what you see, and it's just a little too Tar Heelish for my taste. But you know what? That's okay. You love who you love, man. It's
See, you mentioned Tar Heels. I think Charger. I think powder blue. Because you know me, I'm the diehard Charger fan, so
that's true. I wonder what that's like getting eliminated from the playoffs and the wild card round. But I just I don't know. I feel for you is what I do. That's I feel it here in my heart for you and your long-standing suffering. That's.
I think that's. I really don't think you do. I think that's just for show. Because you know what? I've known you long enough to know your sarcasm. Oh, goose in the wall a little bit. But...
Yep. Looks like that's going to back up that line just a little bit, but they're going to get it all together. Goose is going to keep the spot. I've been a Red Sox fan all my life. I understand pain and suffering. It's not great, but you persevere. And if the Cubs can win a World Series, so can your Chargers can win a Super Bowl. So. Give it time.
Well, you know what? I've actually, because I'm from California, I'm from Southern California, so all my teams are Southern California teams.
Right.
I have been a Kings fan longer than I've been a Chargers fan. So being a Kings fan for so long and waiting for them to finally get that ring, it's a special feeling when they actually do. But yeah, so even though I've been a Kings fan for so long, I've been more of a diehard Charger fan, so once that time comes, it's gonna even be more special.
Absolutely. That's
Up
100%
Gator going
true.
for the pass around Goose.
Yeah, Goose had a little bit of a moment on the backstretch. Something with the, I want to say it was with the 12, it might have been with the 14. Had a pretty big moment there, and looks like he's having another one here. Something doesn't seem right with his car. Almost seems like it's a little too squirrely coming out of the corner, kind of when you unload the car. Wonder if he's going to come to pit road and make an adjustment here, or no, I'm just going to stay out. Notice that InDriver generally doesn't run with us on Tuesdays. Usually his schedule's pretty busy, for this night. So he's kind of got a new setup under it. See kind of how it works out for him. But we'll kind of keep an eye on him throughout the night. Blaze has worked himself up to 4th, so far so good. Started 10th, worked his way up quite a bit. It's like he's running right behind Sammy at the moment. Sammy having again pretty good night so far. Jamie.
Oh no, they teamed to the wall. Hard in the wall.
Oh no. Oh,
Did that
man.
slow the crowd down? Oh no, we're still green.
Yep, still green, still good. Looks like that dropped him back to 7th. So again, Blaze still 4th, Flash still 2nd, Heathen 6th, Skull 5th, 4th, 5th, and 6th are kind of just in a line running up top. Kramer, Goose behind him, and then I believe it's Gator and InDriver behind all that. So kind of Gator's down pit road. So he's coming in. I don't know if he can make it that far, and I also wonder if InDriver blew a tire. He's just running around the apron right now.
You know, I gotta say something right now. Heathen is impressing me right now.
Yeah.
He's actually making a move on Skull.
Yeah, he is. He's looking down low here. Oh. It's like Skull got him on the top
I think
side.
he wants to make his mark because technically tonight is his last custom race.
Yeah, that's true.
Of the season.
Absolutely. He's gonna be he's taking a new job, so he's gonna be working on Tuesday nights, and he'll still be around on Wednesdays. Obviously, we kid on him a lot. We make fun of him a decent amount, but he's a good kid.
But this league wouldn't be the same without him.
Exactly. He does try his best, and he's again still made tremendous strides. So we're again, the moment I say something, he puts it on the wall. It never fails. So no, he's doing well. He's doing okay. Looks like so far, he's managing the tires pretty all right to stay up with this group. So, I think this round of obviously everybody's spread apart. We're gonna get a green flag pit stop here. This round of pit stops are gonna be kind of wild to see how this breaks out. See how this breaks down between everyone. So we have 25 to go. Roughly fuel window anywhere from about 22 to 25 if it was pretty close to last night. Should be opening up that window here in the next about 5 or 7 laps or so, depending on how early somebody wants to come in. Now, obviously you unfortunately got disconnected last night. Before the end of the event, during the time that you were in, what did you see in the difference between old tires, new tires? What did that feel like for you, and what would you have learned for this race? Kind of looking at that from that perspective.
If anything, that of what I learned last night to what I would change to today was of course, any opportunity, you got to take tires. Any caution, no matter what, go in and take tires.
Yeah.
I would have probably pitted a little sooner. Just so that way it would have helped out a lot, but...
Absolutely. What's up, Justin?
That was the only thing.
Hey, man. So, Track Bar just joined us, and if you're not familiar with Track Bar and his accomplishments, you've got the Homestead race tomorrow night, correct? Oh, it's ISM. Oh, that's right. That's right. Homestead was run the week before. Yep, that's right. Yeah, most likely. That's always
Oh
rough.
boy.
Yeah, that's never good. Uh, yeah, that's a good point, especially at a place like ISM. But so Suave runs a wheel exclusively. I run controller exclusively. The heavy braking places that I found, specifically with the custom setups, presets are 10 times worse. But with the custom setups, it's always, I don't know, you get it under heavy braking, the car wants to jerk right immediately, you change the steering offset to fix that, and then you made the turn in super just loose and irritable, and that doesn't even account for the drive off, and then it's just a pain to kind of catch up to that. So I hope it goes well. Definitely doable with a controller though, that's for sure. But
Yeah, man. Good luck to you tomorrow.
yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Go through the process of setting
What
it all
kind of wheel
up.
is it? Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, I haven't had any issues. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that is insane.
Oh,
That's
man.
such a huge difference. Yep. That's so weird. That's such an odd thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
in case you didn't know, Track Bar, right now me and Mike are actually doing a live show for our league because we already transferred into the next round, so we're actually just streaming the race right now and doing live broadcast.
You're more than welcome to hang out and stay. I have zero problem with that at all. Um, yeah,
Gator spun out.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially it's the last race. Run what you're comfortable with. Like might as well. Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Such a huge difference. Here, so yep. So it looks like
Yeah, but
we got pit stops going on. He then down to so he stayed out a little bit. I don't know. Oh man, with that the left side tires where they are, two tires definitely out of the option here. Flash stayed out, which is an interesting call. He's gonna get eaten alive on the fresh tires with kind of when. Well, Blaze only came in one lap early. He was about 3.5 seconds ahead. I mean, he's looking at a second at most, but Blaze is going to have to hightail it out of here. It really just depends on how well they got on and off pit road. We'll see. So it looks like yeah, Blaze is getting off. Looks like he's getting off pretty well. Jamie got a huge jump, or as it's been said, huge jump. Looks like he got kind of way out there, which is great. Gator's a lap down. Looks like at the moment. He then got on pit road cleanly, no worries there. Flash is just coming off, so we're going to kind of stay with Flash here and kind of observe if we can. I want to get that camera view that, yep, we're pointed behind him. So there goes the 22. Gator's a lap down. Blaze is kind of getting into one right about now. So Flash gained a ton of time in the process here. Through pit stops. That's huge for him. Let's kind of check where Blaze is in the running. Blaze is third, so he's about 3.2 seconds back. 3.2 seconds back of Flash at the moment. The 22 is checked out. He gone. Heathen's running fourth. Good for him. Seriously, that's awesome. Good job. Sammy's running fifth. Goose is sixth. And looks like N-Driver's struggling here a little bit on the front stretch as well. So again, not sure if he's just having issues with the setup in general or kind of what that looks like. Let's move around here a little bit. Sammy is making a good run. Now Blaze has distanced himself about 2 seconds ahead of Heathen at the moment, and then of course Sammy and skip actually over to Sammy here. Where are you, 37 car? Did I pass you
End
already?
driver is back out on the track. I did not know that.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like
At first it looked like end driver left, so I was kind of wondering what was going on. But now that I know that he's actually on the track, but in case anyone was wondering, that was actually track bar. He's actually part of the pro league that they actually had the finals for tomorrow, right?
That's it.
Is that what he said?
Tomorrow at ISM. I forgot that they had moved, or they didn't really move anything. That it was Homestead the week, the race before. Obviously, we're so synonymous with Homestead, last race of the year. Completely forgot that they had ISM on the schedule. So obviously, he's a friend of ours. Hopefully he has a good night tomorrow night. Another guy that we did run with at one point in time in another group and organization was Brian Tedeschi. Tedeschi's going for a championship tomorrow, so best of luck to him as well. And I think is Dohar going for that championship as well? Isn't JRM Junior Motorsports Group?
Oh, Dohar, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will actually be going for the championship tomorrow also.
Good deal. Best of luck to both of them. They're both stand-up dudes. Actually, all the guys that we know in there are pretty great and pretty awesome. So hopefully they have a supremely good night tomorrow. That's what we hope for. Right, so
Gators in the pits.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty much gonna put an end to really any hope to move on. He was only 2 points back of Blaze and 14 back of Flash, but not getting the stage points here puts him in a win or go home situation. I think he's having the same problem he did last night. It's that right front tire and being able to control wear here. Is end driver going backwards on pit road? Is that what I'm seeing right now?
Oh,
what?
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh no, what happened to him?
I think he left.
Yeah, he just quit. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that's a huge help to Flash. That essentially, one spot that he can't lose from this point forward. Obviously, everybody's gaining stage points tonight, but that's one that he can't lose. So, heck yeah. Flash still running second. Blaze still in third. Sammy moved up to fourth. They kind of distanced himself from Heathen. Sammy's got a pretty good piece. I think if anything happens to those top three, he's going to be able to capitalize on it. So we'll see. Let's see here. All right, and then at the moment, Jamie is, he's 3.5 up on Flash. Flash is 3.5 up on Blaze, and Blaze is about a 2.5 up on Sammy at the moment. And we were coming to, so next time, looks like we're coming to 6 to go here for the 22 car led, just dominating fashion. It's what he said he was going to do. He said he had a good kind of short, middle, long run piece. And by God, here he is doing his thing. Now, obviously, we've seen him in this position 8, 9, 10 times this year. I think it'd be really cool to see him win, but we've got a long way to go.
And I'm going to say it right now. If something, God forbid, if something happens to him, it's not going to be his fault. Not to bash anybody, but it's been his luck. Yep. Where it has something happens and it's not his fault. Mm-hmm. It's not that he is not a good driver, because he is actually an amazing driver. He will be racing in the Pro Series with us next year. It's unfortunate incidents. It's the wrong person right next to him at the wrong time that just doesn't know exactly how to push Jamie the right way in order to race him. Yep. That's the thing about some of these drivers in here, is that a lot of us, we already know how each other drive. So it's very easy to not get mad if a little small mistake happens, because it's like, hey, I know how this guy drives, so I know that was not an intentional thing. That was not because he's a horrible driver. It's just because, hey, I know how he drives, so I'm not going to get mad.
Yep.
But yeah, there's still a couple drivers out there that just doesn't understand fully what how the other person drives.
Hmm. Yep, and
Um,
it's one of those things where I can only speak from the perspective of myself, but I know that certain people can take different liberties with me, where I won't get upset about it as and you're exactly right. I won't get upset about it as much as I would if it were somebody else. There's
right,
different levels to that, and it's one of those things of everybody's patience level is also different. So
right.
you gotta play carefully with that. I know me and you can go beat each other up for hours on end, and we'll leave and have no problem. And no
Right.
carryover into the next week. That's what if I'm not mistaken, that's what we did at ISM. The first time in the Xfinity race, we raced around each other the
I
entire time. Um, and no problems, none at all. So
Yeah.
it just comes with time. But we're getting to the point now where we've all been together for a while, and tickets have been paid out and receipts have been given to be cashed in later, and that's solely on them. That's solely on the people that will get that retribution at some point in time. So, um,
Right.
so we'll
I'm
see.
just hoping that those tickets don't get cashed at Homestead. That's the only.
That's it. That's it. So Jamie taking the green and white checker for stage one. Good for him. Nice stage win.
Good
Uh,
job, Jamie.
this is his 10th stage win of the year. He has 0 wins to this point. That boy's got 9, now 10 stage wins. Good for him. Flash finished
I don't know how
second.
he doesn't have any wins.
I don't either. That's just insane. So it looks like Flash finishes second, Blaze finishes third. Sammy, obviously not really running for points, but picks up a hefty chunk there for 7. Um, Heathen finishes fifth. Good for him. Good run. Goose finished sixth. Kramer is seventh. Skull ended up eighth. I wonder if he had a speeding penalty of something of the sort. Gator ninth and then driver 10th. Let's go ahead and adjust these totals real quick and kind of see what we're working with. So Blaze is now 13 back, which is unfortunate, but true. And let me shoot up that. There we go. All right, let me finish up these points real quick and go ahead and sort it out there.
No problem. I'm watching the race right now, so
Yep, I'm gonna leave it on Jamie for the moment. And,
oh yeah, I got the high view on Jamie. Oh, Blaze is gonna try to. Oh, okay.
He made the pass, made it
Effort.
work. Yep, and he's got the high side to work with. Don't go low, stay
And
up
he's
high.
got the run. Oh,
Yep, yep. Such a dangerous proposition when you go low because you're gonna get freight trained if there's enough people. And ooh man.
oh yeah.
Hey, he's going low. He's going to make the run for it now. Try to side draft a little bit, get a good run up. And takes the lead for a moment. Jamie's going to have the run coming. Yep, not enough of a slide job. And the 11's going to now have a good amount of momentum. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything with it, though.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. If Flash would have kept him or kept himself on the pedal a little bit longer, he could have bowled a slide job. But maybe he just backed off a little because he knew it was a little too early. But we
Yep.
know these guys are fighting for that last spot, so I don't really know if there is a time to take it easy or anything, because you don't want to see that person up ahead of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. So, looks like So Jamie has almost clinched himself in. Same for Skull. I think after stage 2, Jamie did everything right there, obviously. Just short of mathematically clinching himself in. Looks like Gator fell back, so he's down 21 points, so he's in a win or go home situation. Lace lost 1 point, finished third, still lost a point. 13 back. Goose lost 4 to the Cutoff, so he's technically 22 up right now. Again, not in a super dangerous position here, but does need to be careful. Just get some points, and that should be good.
And there goes Jamie taking off again.
Checking out. That's it. So the same thing that he said so graciously about last night for me, and last night was just lucky night. I got lucky at the right time, but he said it was an ass kicking, and I was like, well, that's really sweet, thank you. That means a lot coming from him, because obviously we love him and we value his opinion, and so I think he took some of that as some motivation for the night and is putting together a pretty good show so far. I'm glad to see it.
Seems like he wants the same compliment.
That's it. I'll give it to him too.
He may actually get it. Yeah.
That's right.
Following Sammy right now, we got a three car battle with my car and the 4 car.
We had that looks good. Let's go ahead and go to Sammy's roof cam here and kind of follow along. Kramer's pushing the issue, giving up the top. Sammy's going to get the nice run, and he might pass them both at this rate. That's a hell of a run he got, but I think, no, 4's going to give him... Oh, yeah. 4's going to dive bomb it in there, try to do his best to stay up front. Going to try the... Not really a slide job.
Yep, he pulled it off a little bit, but...
Yep, and there goes the 18. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Where'd you go? There you go. All right, you're back. I think Sammy's gonna get that run through the middle of the corner. If he gets any room up top, he's gonna have this pass done by turn 1.
Little side draft.
Yep, not a bad move. 37, not a bad move.
A little bit of a rub.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. There we go. Sammy makes the pass. Makes the pass well.
Are we 3 wide towards the back? Oh, we're getting there.
Yep, the 12.
Look at Heathen.
I know, but I say the 12 is making a run up there too. Looks like he got them both as well. Good for him. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it. He put it up in the wall here. Yeah. Yeah, but he kept... oh, no. Where did the 4 go? Oh, no, the 4 got knocked down pit road. Is he under his own power here? Yeah, he's... Okay.
Yeah, he's under his own power.
Okay, so he didn't get shafted by the game. Cool. All right, good for him. Yeah, so he's going to get back up here. He's going to be dangerous in stage 3 as long as he survives this, and I think he'll stay on the lead lap. Honestly, it really, even if he goes a lap down, I think he'll still be fine. Now he just gets to run some clean laps ahead of him here, just in front of, nobody around him. Where's Goose? Goose is running 4th right now. He's a little bit up on Sammy, a little bit more up on Heathen. Kramer's behind Heathen in 7th. Looks like Flash and Blaze are still running through 2-3. Yeah, Blaze is running 2nd. Really, points-wise, needs some catastrophic stuff to happen here for Flash or really Jamie at this point. Stage 3 is longer than it seems like. So, man, these 2 guys came prepared to battle, but Flash is doing what he needs to right now. He's taking care of business at the moment. Whereas I would normally say taking care of business. This is a business thing here he's doing.
Business.
Business with a D. It's an important distinction. All right, so to recap, and I threw this into the kind of the league chat, but obviously I'll share it with you guys here. Jamie moves up a little bit, 33 to the good. Skull's 29 up. Goose is 22 up. Flash is 13 up, so he did pick up a point there. Blaze is 13 back, and Gator's 21 back. Gator's in a winner go home situation. Depending on how this pit stop goes, Blaze is still well within range to get just enough points necessary, but some stuff's got to happen here. Otherwise, he will also be in a win or go home situation. So, obviously, that's kind of stupid to say. He's already home. So really, it's just win and move on is kind of where he's at the moment. So, kind of let this play out.
And it looks like Gator actually checked out, unfortunately.
Oh man, so that tightens that up even further. Kind of possible spots here. Gator had 2 wins this year. Won 2 road course races, one Sonoma and one at Watkins Glen. Pretty good season. Overall had a decent amount of. He had 4 stage wins, 16 playoff points that he was kind of carrying along with him. So, that's a big kind of loss for him. But obviously he'll come back better. And we look forward to kind of seeing what he can do at places that he's good at. He's good at Martinsville, he's good at Texas, he's good at ISM, and he's all right at Homestead. So see if he can add another win to the column for the year. All right, so we'll just kind of kick back here and watch. I'm actually going to step away for a brief moment. I'm actually going to leave you with leave these images up with. I'll leave them with the 22 car. That sounds about right. Give kind of the panoramic shot of the 22, and I shall return. Be back in a moment.
All right. And Blaze touching the wall a little bit. Looks like tires are starting to wear off. Oh, looks like Blaze is going into pit. He's going to short pit it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, we got a wreck. It looks like we might have our first wreck of the evening. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. The caution did not go out for Blaze. That is not good at all. Oh no, and oh man. Looks like green flag pit stops have actually changed a little bit of the outcome of this. Or it might not have, according to Blaze and Flash. These guys are in for the pits. Ethan is stretching it still. See what happens with him. All right,
like
we got
back just in time for green flag pit stops. Nicely timed.
Oh yeah, and you certainly missed a lot.
Did it looks like Goose had some issues there. If I'm reading the chat correctly.
Blaze, Goose, and Flash actually had
Oh man,
pit road issues.
That's best news possible for Flash, definitely. Man, half of this is taking advantage of the opportunities that are presented, and oh man, that's That's rough. So Jamie is going to get out here. Obviously, assume the lead. Now, are we talking issues getting onto pit road, or kind of issues together?
Oh, we're talking.
What happened there?
Um, we had an issue where a caution should have been thrown. Actually, Blaze went in too fast, couldn't go into pit road. He ended up going back up, slamming into the wall, flipping, and the caution was not thrown.
That was poor timing on the brake, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
But then again, this track can be difficult to pit into, considering the fact that because the pit road entry is so narrow here, we kind of had to change up our pit road entrance a little bit. So instead of normally pitting from the backstretch, we're pitting from either 3 or 4, whichever these guys choose to use. And unfortunately, sometimes that can work to somebody's benefit, and sometimes that is just not the other person's cup of tea. And unfortunately, this time it wasn't for Blaze. Blaze ended up spinning out and heading back up onto the track. I'm not exactly sure whose race he might have gotten into and messed up a little bit, because I guarantee you whoever slammed into him got damage from it.
Yeah. 100%.
Might have been Apgoose.
Yep, that actually looks to be the case here. So Flash comes out of this pretty well. Flash is still running 4th right now. He's actually still 2nd to Jamie, but the 37 and the 12 haven't come in. The 37's coming in right now. Looks like the 12 is actually going to run one more lap. He's got about 3 or 4 laps left of fuel here. With that right front's not going to make it too much longer, but if we still credited points for leading a lap, congratulations, Heathen. There's your 5 bonus points from the pre-2014 point scale. Congratulations, buddy. So it looks like he's probably going to come in this time. I would imagine that he's not going to take 2, but we'll see. So Sammy's in the pits now. It's going to cycle back around to the 12. No, 12's going to stay out one more time. It's going to cycle around to the 22 once Heathen comes in. Skull moved up to 7th. This will be interesting to kind of see where he shakes out here. Let me pop into Blaze's stream and kind of see if we can get a feel for the running order here as well. Now that bumped Blaze all the way back to 8th. At the moment, he's 3.5 seconds back from Skull, 16.5 back from Apgoose. And there the 12 comes. So the 12's coming in right now. That 22's gonna lap himself and or take the lead here. Looks like he is going to, actually he's already, 22 is going to cycle back around and take the lead. Deal. And Jamie's looking to put Blaze, if not one lap down, I guess in this case it would be, it looks like he's the tail end of the lead lap. That 22's putting down a terrific pace right now. I'll use the words that he used. Ass kicking. That's awesome. Good job, man.
Yeah, he's doing great tonight.
He is. Alright. So Heathen's coming out of pit road. It brings Heathen out to 6th. Goose is going to get around him here. And again, I'm just watching his stream from the side, just kind of getting a feel for where we are. Looks like we've got 8 laps to go here. The leader just took 8 to go. So everybody's got enough tires, fuel to make it to the end. So we'll see how this plays out. But Flash in a really good position. Blaze kind of needs a Hail Mary here. Of course, as we both know, these custom race, late race cautions, man, they always come up. They always appear. For both of us, and I feel like I can speak for both of us here. They've both helped us and hurt us this year in terms of, outcomes of races, and we'll see, man. We got a long way to go.
I mean, with how fast these cars are going, I know we've had a lot of cautions throughout the year and stuff like that. Tonight we haven't had any cautions. Mike, I hate to say it, but is it because of us?
I think it might be because of us, man. Um,
Yeah.
at
Are
some
we
level,
really that bad?
I don't know, man. We've won 50 races between us. What could we have possibly done? It's I don't know, man. It's always weird. We got up into the when we were up here for the Roval and we watched the preset race for the Roval happen. Obviously, that was an entirely different animal. We expected chaos and mayhem, and we got it. We certainly did.
Yeah, we got everything.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously here, this is more of what we're all accustomed to. Everybody's got mile-and-a-half experience, and so it's nice to see this go green, kind of like I did yesterday. Yesterday I was expecting a lot more carnage and a lot more mayhem, and we didn't really get that. And so, the custom races have always been the wild card this year. It's always been the one that crazy things will happen. So, we've got time, but Blaze is a lap down. It looks like that 22 is coming for the 4. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get there. So Blaze should be the lucky dog. It'll put him at the tail end of the longest line. And we'll kind of see how it goes. But, oh, man. We got all the way to go.
Yeah.
That's it. So we got 4 laps to go in the stage. Again, 22 is checked out. He gone.
Yeah, it looks like he's gaining some time on Skull too.
Absolutely. Let's
Unfortunately.
it does. Let's take a look at the difference here. So, Jamie is going to be coming to the line right about now, and Flash is still in the middle of 3 and 4. Running second, doing pretty well, but man, that 22, he's fast.
Yeah.
See, personally speaking, I'm glad we're up here and I'm glad we're able to relax tonight and kind of hang out. But man, we had something for that 22.
Yeah, we absolutely could have had tonight, but you know what? I know you're going to be racing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If my partner decides not to show up tomorrow night, you may see me on the track as well.
Yeah. We're gonna try our best to do this tomorrow night as well. That's a good point. I won't be here. I'll be down on the track tomorrow. I have just some things that I would like to get done tomorrow. Suave obviously already won Talladega, swept the Cup races last week, so he's good to go. Hashtag on to Martinsville, already ready to go. But let's see here, kind of where are we? Looks like. Yep, so it looks like this is the white flag lap for the 22. Kramer having a nondescript night tonight. Looks like he's just kind of doing his thing, kind of hanging on for the moment. I think that car's going to get a lot better in stage 3. He's gotten a lot better at making the small adjustments throughout the race to get better by the end. And I don't think he's got anything for the 22, but we'll kind of see here. So for the 11th time this year, stage winner, everything's great. That's Jamie Holman, doing it for the motherland. Good for him. That's good to see. Now this is the 3rd time this year this man has won both stages. Let's see.
Yep, and you know what, Mike? I'm gonna hate to say this, but I'm gonna be that person. It looked like Skull slowed down a little bit.
He did.
Right as Jamie was gonna go around him. Do you think that might have been a strategy to?
I would not.
School?
I wouldn't doubt it at all, whatsoever. That's yeah, wouldn't be a surprise. But again, that's Skull's gonna be all right here. I think he's gonna be pretty much okay moving on. That does keep Blaze a lap down though, and that does make it a lot harder for him to pick up necessary points moving forward. So. Huh.
But then again, we're going into stage 3. You know what happens after that?
As the NFL Red Zone tells me, it's the witching hour, where stuff's about to get insane. So yes, I do. All right, so I'm gonna knock out these point update real quick, and
okay.
We'll kind of let this play out. Kramer's restarting 4th. Interested to see what he can do on the high side. He drops down to the bottom immediately. Sammy did not get a good restart at all. The 11 picks up a couple spots there and again puts himself in a position where that's where he needs to be.
I mean, to tell you the truth, though, with these restarts at this track, even though, yeah, the high line is the fastest line during the restarts, you have to duck down to the bottom
Yeah,
if you want to
absolutely,
get that run.
absolutely agreed. Hey, Skull.
Oh, hey, Skull. Oh, it looks like you left the party, bud.
Oh no. Hear
Hey,
from.
what's going on?
There we go.
What's up, bud?
What's up?
You got your audio included, bud?
Yes, I do.
All right. How is it down there?
That was alright.
All right.
Pretty much just
It
took it
seemed
easy
like
for
you
the
were.
whole race.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of mentioning. Like, you weren't running as hard as you normally do, which, to be honest, you're
Didn't need to push the
so ahead on
issue.
points.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't need to push the issue. Like, went into this and was like, I'm just going to take it easy and just ride around. Went to the third stage, back out, and then, hey, it's on to Martinsville.
Absolutely.
Your race. But what
Man,
you think about Jamie tonight, bud? He's pretty
he was the
dominant.
car to beat. He's... Flash needs to do. Flash needs to stay on his bumper the whole race, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If Flash has any chance of winning, like he needs to stay as close as Jamie as possible because Jamie is lightning fast at Kansas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Yep. And so with the way that worked out, Blaze obviously needs a caution, needs to get back around on the lead lap, but that pretty much locks Flash in. Aside from really that being the only other outcome, no matter what Flash does from here, he should be good. So congratulations, Skull, you're on automatically. Jamie, obviously, 20 points maxed out tonight. He's good. No matter what happens from here, Goose, same thing, all good. Provided that Blaze doesn't win and Goose doesn't finish, seventh, with Flash finishing second in that very low percentage circumstance, he should be fine. So we'll kind of see here. We're just watching along with Jamie, watching him distance himself from everybody else, from the rest of the peasants,
Yep.
as he just kind of moseys on along. The 18 made a pretty aggressive move there to get up to second. As I just said, he gets better as it goes along. I wonder if he's going to have something, maybe a pit stop or two in here into stage 3. Maybe he gets a lucky break or something goes his way. That car's gotten a lot better tonight, and it looks like he's showing it. The 11 still pretty fast though, but nobody is touching that 22 so far. As we come around, 46 to go. Looks like we're gonna have to make a couple stops. Blaze struggling right now, unfortunately, back behind Heathen here, and Heathen and Goose.
Now, Skull, I hate to be that person, but I gotta say it. Were you playing some strategy before you left?
Nope. I saw Jamie coming and I was like, I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna let him by.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I noticed a little bit of slowdown, so I was like, okay.
Oh
what in the
yeah.
world?
I saw him flying and I was like, I'm gonna slow down because he's got the stage in the books. I'm just gonna let him pass.
It looks like the 11 goes around the 18. God, why is it so weird saying the 18 when that's my car?
I know that's your car. I had to explain to the guys why he was in your 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, guys, don't worry. I mean, this is just a one-night thing. He wants to represent his 18 on track, so just let it be.
He then jokingly asked
Oh,
if he could run the 20, and I almost came through the phone screen and choked him. I almost did. I was this close to doing it.
Yeah, I already knew it. He was already asking me to, and I was like, no, I don't
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. Just run the 12.
Yep. We've been down that road before with very disappointing results. And some people, man. All right. So again, I'm so looking forward to tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's going to be a fun, kind of a fun event. We have. Let me take a quick pull that up here. I've got it right off to the side. So again, we've got four guys looking for two spots within 5 points of each other. Heathen not far behind that. Well within range. Flash right above it. Well within range to be caught. Obviously, our preset races generally, the Wednesday schedule seems to work out better for some, and so we always pick up a couple there. So much can happen. Right now we're kind of looking for a low percentage thing to happen here to kind of shake things up. If that does happen, then we'll obviously be here to cover it. But tomorrow's going to be crazy as well, and hopefully we'll have the booth together and be able to do the same thing. But tonight, right now, we're looking at a coronation is what we're looking at. That 22, man, Jesus, just.
But also
he
with the
checked
preset
out.
races, with the preset races, we have there's more cars on the track too. So you also got to remember that.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow's race is gonna be completely different than tonight's. I mean, tonight's we had 10 cars total, and tomorrow we'll probably have 14, 15. There'll probably be a few cautions.
Yep.
It's gonna throw some wrenches in people's strategies, but hey, it's racing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm looking forward to, and that was kind of the reason that I wanted to race tomorrow night was for that reason, just to be a part of it and kind of see where it went. I think Kansas in this game, I said this yesterday. I didn't like it in Heat 3 for a track for entertainment value. Like there wasn't, it's really just kind of run the high side. Tires didn't matter. You kind of did the best you could.
See,
in this game it's a lot different. We have things like tire wear matters here, and that makes it just way different, way more interesting to me.
on Heat 3, all I ran was the middle groove. I love the middle groove on there. On this game, I've had to change it up and run the higher groove, which, I mean, it's alright. Like, I know it's the fastest way around the track. But just tendencies, like, I really gotta tell myself, hey, get out of that middle, get on high, and just ride that wave all the way around.
Yep, absolutely. That was a bit of a learning process last night, was finally getting the entry right, getting the corner entry correct, and kind of watching how much of a difference that actually makes from, entry into 1, entry into 3, off to the straightaways. Such a big difference between hitting it right and being that half lane up from where we're accustomed to, because I was the same way. It was kind of middle groove or nothing. You could get a lot of speed there. Here, you have to be above that white dotted line. You've got to be up there in order to get the most out of it. We're seeing it right now with the 11 and the 14. The 14 is trying to slide jerb his way on past the 11, but the 11's got the run up top, and that's just so helpful. The 12's even got to get around him.
Yeah, and the 12's going to get it.
Yep. That's just you got to be up there to be fast. You can make passes on the bottom, but if you're running down there consistently, or if you're running that middle groove, you're gonna just eat the tires alive, and that doesn't help. What I would love to see would be, fresh tires, 2 laps at the end of a stage or at the end of the race, just to watch everybody kind of use those lanes, because long run you've got to be up top and you've got to run there. To make everything last the length of the run. Let's see here. So we got 35 to go. We're going to be coming up on... or 34 to go, I'm sorry. We're going to be coming up on pit stops here relatively shortly.
Blaze squeezes.
Yep.
Heathen into the wall a little bit.
Yep.
Might have been one of those things where, as the tire wear starts going on, coming out of turn 2 is an absolute nightmare if you don't have your car set up the right way. So that could have been one of those things where Blaze was just trying to recorrect himself a little bit.
Yep. Absolutely. The 11, though, doing what he needs to here. Again, Blaze is a lap down right now. Got trapped a lap down with the craziness that happened in stage 2. Let's kind of run through the field real quick. Sammy made a nice charge back up to the front. He was up there. He's been there for most of the night. Been kind of running in that second to fourth section kind of all night, and looks like he's just settled in behind the 18. Kramer again, not really staying with the 22, but at the very least running up front, just kind of doing what he wanted to do tonight, which is just good for him. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like they got about 8 or 9 laps left of fuel here. This is going to put him actually, honestly, pretty close to one-stop range. If I'm looking at watching Heathen stream, he's kind of flipping through the menus of the UI in front of him, and he's got 23-24% on the right front. Probably not something he's going to be able to make last, especially if he keeps running that middle groove. He's got 24%. Yep, so he's not going to be able to make that last. I don't think 8 or 9 laps. That should put him pretty close to being in range to making one pit stop. So this pit stop is going to be massively important. Getting on pit road clean, not going too fast. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. This is the point. This is the point of the event where Jamie gets snake bitten. This is it right here. So looks like the 18 came in. So the 18
Don't
came down
jinx
pit
it.
road. I know. I'm trying not to. I've been trying not to say his name all night. I've just been saying the 22. That seems to work out okay. The 18 came on the pit road. Now, this is the mistake, I think the mistake he made last night, where I thought he had a strategy to win or be pretty close to it, and he came in 10 laps earlier than he should have, and it kind of threw his whole thing off. So I wonder if this is just a tire wear issue that he's just wanting to get through, if he thinks this is going to be 2 stops regardless, or if he just wants to try to pick up as much time and let the rest of it settle itself out later. So we'll kind of follow him here as he gets off pit road. Pretty good launch. So he's getting up to speed here pretty well. Yep, no mistakes getting through the tricky part of the apron there. All good. Sammy and the 14 are, oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's like Blaze is losing control. Guarantee his tires are probably gone.
Yep.
Because he's having problems holding that high line.
Yep, they're at 16
Mid-run.
and 25. Looks like he spun out in
Did that
turn
cause a
2.
caution?
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Oh no.
Yep. So that's gonna shoot him right in the foot right there even further. But he joined us late this year. Still made a lot of spirited charges. Finished regular season points still finished pretty high. Obviously he's raced in this series all year. We started this series late and kind of had to play some catch up. With the schedule, and he raced every race and was pretty high up in points. Carried a lot of those stage or the playoff bonus points with him quite a ways, and so disappointing end to the year, disappointing into the championship hunt for him, but pretty good year overall. A lot of top 5s. Close to a win a couple times. I stole one from him in New Hampshire, which I don't feel bad about, by the way. Win's a win. I'll take it, but it's a pretty good year. Just not quite enough tonight. Not quite enough, last couple weeks. So just shame, but that's all right. We got other things to look forward to, like 22 car. 22 car is just rails, man. And there he goes. He's on pit road. So it looks like he's making his stop here. Oh man, that's going to be close. About 24. Fuel says 30, but if you're on the throttle the whole time, you're looking at 27, 28, so should be okay. Should be all right to make it the rest of the way here. Blaze is going to stay out and pray for a caution of some kind, which I don't think he's going to get. But valiant effort. All right, and real quick, just kind of depending on who wins here, that can always change this out. Once we reseed, this is going to look completely differently, and it's going to put Jamie back in a hole again. But again, a win moves you on. That would actually put Skull. You would be up top again, 54. Myself right below you at 53. Swab, you'd be third with 44. That would put Goose fourth, and then fourth with 35. Flash with 22, and then Jamie with 17, provided he doesn't add on any more to that tonight. So reseeding looks interesting. I think it'll be a fun 3 weeks, and Martinsville, Texas ISM.
I can tell you something about Jamie. He's already ready for Martinsville.
Yeah,
he's been doing a lot of work there, so
absolutely.
He had
a good piece in Heat 3. He had a good piece in the spring race there. Pretty fast. If I'm not mistaken, he won the pole. He came, watched the replay of that a few days ago, and he ran very well. He had a good race car and something that was good for the long run. I wonder, obviously I know he puts in the time. I'd imagine that, that whatever he has transferred very well over to E4, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. Alright, so Heathen's running fourth. Kramer just gave up the lead to the 22 car. 22 car passed him, fresh tires. Obviously the 18 made up the difference, and now it's going to cost him, right here in this section. I almost wonder if he came in again a little earlier than should have. I don't know that this is going to work out for him in the long run. At 11, looks like he's catching him pretty quick. Yeah, that 22 is gone.
As long as Jamie keep doing his thing on the track, he's got this thing won.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, but I mean, the thing that sucks is that we already know that we just gotta hope that there's not a end of the run caution, because that's gonna bunch everybody together and that's gonna mess up his race again.
If I was Jamie, I'd be careful lapping people. That'd be the only thing I'd be concerned about.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100% agree on that. That was the worry last night, and just you hope that you get the room that you've given throughout the year, and last night was blessedly thankful enough for that to happen. But you're dead on with that. Let's actually go back. Let's go back to him and kind of see what he sees here. So right now, clean racetrack in front of him. He's got a car about 2.5-3 seconds ahead. Then I know he's got another one about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds in front of that. So, kind of see how it goes.
It's still quite possible with how fast he's running.
Yeah. I think that's.
And it's almost like now he can coast to the win. He doesn't have to worry.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Skull, like, how many wins do you think Jamie should have had this year?
At least 6.
Yeah.
At least 6.
I mean, it's nothing that Jamie has done or anything like that. We already know how good Jamie is. It's just unfortunate times when putting himself in the worst positions to where it costs him. Not that it's his fault or anything like that, but it's because other drivers can't run next to him because they don't know how he runs. He's fast on every part, or any part of the track, he's fast. So, like, you don't know how to predict what line Jamie's going to run.
The one that he did give away was the Roval. That one was the one that he should have had. That he did, legitimately make a mistake on. The other, 7, 8, 9, 10 opportunities were, just like that. It's just something that was out of his control, poorly timed caution, an aggressive driver, things like that. And, he came in far too early on that third stage, and that was something he kind of kicked himself about afterwards. Was he pitted far too early, had to save for gas, and somebody had to steal it from him. Looking at you here, 18.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, plausible deniability. No, that was a fun night, and he admitted that as much. Of just had the car to beat, was in the right spot, and just made a mental error. But tonight, man, I'm so happy for him. Kind of again, long way to go, but actually short way to go. We only got where's my ticker? My ticker doesn't come up. Come on. Figure that out here in a minute.
Now, just for future reference, just in case, Jamie, if you're wondering, Mike's mentioning it again. So
I take no responsibility for anything that happens from this point forward. All right, none. All right, got himself this far.
Well, I will tell you all this: he is ready for every custom race to the end of the season now.
Yeah.
All those tunes are good to go. We practice. I mean, we've done practice Martinsville, Texas, ISM, and Homestead. So I mean, he's ready. He's done his homework.
Absolutely. It's just, again, half of this is just putting yourself in a good position to, move on and focus your time and energy. Obviously, all of us have real lives and real things going on outside of this, and you gotta make the time that you have productive, and obviously that seems like something that he's done, which is fantastic. I'm excited to see how the next couple weeks play out. Obviously, we'll be, back and on the track for those, but it's just the spirit of competition is something that he loves and something that he's all about, and that's what we're about too. So you surround yourself with like-minded people and you have fun doing the thing that you love to do. I'd imagine that even if we did something like playing badminton, he would be still pretty good at it, just for his competitive spirit, and that's what I like most about him. So.
He'd be mother effing us.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Guaranteed.
Samuel L. Jackson in it, just the whole time, which is great. That's what it's an endearing quality.
He is that guy. He's the one that where we already know. Okay, we already know what Jamie's thinking right now. So it's like if something happens to Jamie, it's like just better not talk to him right now.
Yep.
We'll let him be.
That's all right.
Because I don't want to be at the end of that.
Nope. I don't think I've been at the end of his anger in a while, so that makes me happy. It's a two-way street. He hasn't been at the end of mine, and I haven't been at the end of his, so we're all good. So he just came around for 9 to go, another 4.5 minutes or so, and I can cheerfully say that this is the first win. But again, this is why we race the race. This is why we don't give out trophies beforehand. Let's watch it finish. But man, so far so good. Running back through the field, looks like Flash settled into second. Fantastic night. He did what he had to do. Tonight he's going to move on and go try to make the Final Four. His work's cut out for him. He knows what he's got to do. But good night tonight. Well done. The 18's running third. Looks like Kramer ended up settling into third. The 12's kind of catching him. That decision to pit early, he needed really... I don't really know what he needed after that to make it work, but he tried. He gained all the time lost to the 22, and then the 22 on fresh tires just ate him alive. So maybe that's something to keep in mind. Something that I've been kind of harping on, to our guys at least over the last week or so, is that Kansas is very similar to Homestead in the fact that you're running up high, your tires are what they are. This is a really good practice session for Homestead. The only difference, obviously, is the banking's different, the entry's a little bit different, but the theory's the same, and you're still kind of trying to get to that same point. So if you do make an assumption of, I'm going to come in early, I'm going to get that time back, knowing I'm going to lose it at the end of the run, at least, in those first 5 or 6 laps of new tires, maybe that's something that you put in your toolbox for Homestead, and, you save, hoping that you might be able to make that work better there than here. Kramer learned a lesson about that tonight. Again, the 12 car running fourth. Very good night for Heathen. His last custom race with us for the year. Proud of him. proud of the jump that he's made throughout the season. He's gotten better and better. He had a top 5 last night. He's going to have a top 5 tonight as long as it all goes well here. Proud of him. It's good stuff. Goose is running 5th at the moment. He's quite a ways back. Looks like he's he's just pulling over for Jamie at the moment, not wanting to mess anything up. Again, running 5th. Not bad. Not a bad night. Just business-like, moving on. Had a little bit of problem in stage 2. Recovered from it. Top 5. I think he'll be happy with that. Blaze running 6th. Again, disappointing night in terms of the points, but a good season to look back on and try to pick up a win in one of these last 4 races. We know he'll be here to do his best. And I know he's going to be disappointed, but we'll remind him of the big picture. He's still alive. He's still got thumbs. He lives in North Carolina. He's a Tar Heels fan. He'll be fine. Right, so Sammy dropped all the way back to 7th. I think he had some tire issues going on there. I'm so excited to watch what he's going to do tomorrow night, and if I can help him out at all, I'll try my best. But he's only 3 points up on that cutoff. He made it, obviously, the playoffs with a late win at Indy. About as late as you can make it to gain entry into the playoffs. He did just that. Excited to see what he's going to do. Obviously, he has a wheel. He's very good on different types of tracks. He's getting better at the whole NASCAR thing, kind of coming from the Project Cars 2 Grid World. I'm very excited just to see him do his thing tomorrow, and hopefully tonight was enough of a learning lesson to, last night and tonight. That's 330 some odd laps of going around Kansas. Hopefully he's picked up enough to work with it tomorrow and make a good showing for himself. Back to that 22, man. Jeez. Just
How many laps we got going, Mike?
let me double check here. So it looks like this will be the white flag right here. Looks like the 22s. No matter what, next flag ends it. Zach, he's just buzzing along, doing his thing.
Yep, he's just cruising it.
That's it.
Just put it in neutral and let it float.
I just want to say, don't do that quite yet. Before he does it. Hang on. Now. You can do it now and be
Now
fine.
you can. Yeah, there we go.
All right. It gives me great pleasure. First time winner this year.
Good
Jamie
job,
Holtman. Attaboy, Jamie. I'm very, very proud of you.
Attaboy.
Absolutely. The 11 comes home second, moves his way on. The 18 spun out in turn 4. Which is unfortunate.
Oh, no.
So the 12 car is going to finish third. Good for him.
Wow.
Yep. And that'll do the job. That's not bad. All right. Let's go ahead and pick out. Go ahead and cut out the full screen shot for Goose for the card, because I know he's going to enjoy making that one. All right, that looks great. So everything was more than all right tonight. Everything was great because he won both stages and he won the damn race. Good for him. That's
Perfect
good
night.
stuff.
Is that
Absolutely. Yep.
is that the first time that this has happened this year? Is somebody taking all the stages?
I think it's like the third or fourth.
No.
We've had a couple.
No, I've done it I've got a few races where I've gone perfect.
Yeah.
Bristol was one of them. The first time we went there.
Yep.
Actually, the first time we went to Kansas in customs, I took all 3 stages.
Yep.
And we've done a lot of racing this year. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know. We've had well over 100 races this year.
Oh, at least. Did you sweep Dover first time?
Mm-hmm. Yep. To Dover the first time. Sonoma Gator swept both stages at Sonoma and the race. I want to say he did the same thing at the Glen as well. He did that both times. Yeah, pretty good deal, man. That's just good stuff. That makes me happy. So good
Let's see
deal.
if we can get the winner in here.
Absolutely. Let's get him in.
Let's see if he gets it. All right, Skull. Who is your pick
All right,
for
guys.
the final four?
In which series?
We'll go with this one for now.
Either or. Oh, wait. There is our winner.
Good win, Jamie.
Good job, bud. you pulled off.
I know.
Yep.
I know. We've been up here giggling like idiots, just kind of watching you do the thing. And congrats, man. That's number one. Now, one down. We got 4 more to go. How do you feel for the next few weeks? You're obviously moving on. No worries there. What do you think? How we looking? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome. That was fun to watch for us. Obviously, the stuff that we've all kind of been through this year. To watch you, get so close, but now here we are. Congratulations, buddy. That's it. That's it. Really proud of you, man. Good stuff. Absolutely.
Jamie, question for you. Hey, hey,
Okay, there we go.
There we
hey,
go.
Jamie, with tonight's win, what's that mean for momentum going into the next round of playoffs?
It means a lot because now the monkey's off my back. I feel like.
Does that make you the car to beat then, especially at Martinsville, where it's gonna be
No,
extremely
I still
tight
feel
racing?
like I still feel like I'm the underdog. I'll be like, the real 22 was last year.
Yeah, well,
It's all right.
I look forward to it.
Absolutely. You got to go win.
Honestly, Jamie, you or no matter how many people we got going into any race, every race that you're in, you're not considered the underdog. You're usually considered the person to beat. And
Okay, the
it's
unlucky dude.
Well, don't give him
yeah,
confidence.
you're the
Come on, man.
unlucky. Well, what's all? I got to. I mean, like it's one of those things where, like even if I'm not streaming or if I'm not like up in the booth or anything like that for the night, I gotta actually say it. You already know, Jamie. Jamie's the one to beat, and that's what we're always talking about going into the next race. It's just
I just try
unfortunate
to
that
be
Jamie gets
consistent.
mixed up. Oh yeah,
My biggest thing is I just try to be consistent.
you definitely were tonight.
Yeah, let's. I think I only lost the lead on what the pit transfers.
Yeah, pit transfers. That was it.
That was pretty much it. No green flag. Excuse me, no green flag.
No,
passes
it
for
was
the
actually
lead.
a pretty clean race. I got a little nervous a couple times when a gator got around me and a couple others when I was lapping them.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
other
we're
than that,
actually.
yeah.
Skull even mentioned that when you were in the lead, you getting close to the end of the race. Skull was saying, the only thing he's gonna have to worry about is those lap cars.
Yep.
That's the only.
And they
And
made me a little nervous. Trust me. But I could go to the bottom if I really needed. I just had, let off a little more than running the top line.
Right. But absolutely, your car was dominant tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
No
We're
problem, bud.
we're super proud, man. It's just good to see, and obviously after all the stuff that's happened this year, we're just excited to kind of share this moment with you and look forward
Well,
to.
yeah, I'm kind of excited finally. Yeah, I got a couple wins and whatnots in the Triple Crowns and shit, but
Yeah, that's
so be it.
that's it. That's it. You have a
And we
as
got Triple Crown coming up. Oh, go ahead, Ben.
no, you're good. I was gonna say you have a upper tier series win now, which we can check that off the list. So, congratulations, man.
Well, yeah, now I got one in all three series.
That's right. That is very true. Absolutely. Absolutely does. All right, Suave, I'm going to drop off here for just a sec, kind of wrap up points real quick, and then we'll go from there. So if you wanted to continue this or you wanted to bring somebody else on, by all means, you guys can go ahead and
Oh, absolutely.
take it from here, and I'll be right back.
Let's see who we can get in here.
I achieved my goal for max points that I could get tonight.
Oh yeah, you absolutely did.
And I wanted them stages because that's what I'm lacking in. Those bonus points.
Let's see if we can get Flash. Wait, Kramer, we'll get all the guys in here. We'll see.
Oh. And I was very quiet on the radio too.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I was in
Sure, it's all about
concentration mode.
Yep. Yeah. Kramer.
Looked like you still had a pretty good car though, Flash.
Oh yeah, I was happy with my car, but I knew from the first stage I was like, I have a second place car. Your car was, I haven't seen a setup like that in a while on this game yet. I think that was the most dominant car the way you drove that race too. I mean, it was just not a single mistake. I made one mistake, and that was in stage 2, right after Blaze made the mistake on pit road. I came in on mine and locked it up and barely touched the wall. Had 2 seconds of damage. And I was good from there, and still lost by 6 seconds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like that whole last stage, nothing else I could have done. You were, you were fast.
Well, I had that car set up. I could still run 30.4s with 20% tires, or 31 fours.
31 fours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was turning with that tire, with those tire wear, I would run about a 31.5, 31.6. So yeah, you had a couple tenths there for sure.
And then once I had the pretty much 4-second lead, I just kind of eased off. I was like, nah, there ain't no sense in fucking using it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
That's
guys,
what Sammy told me. He says I could have beat you on the long run. I said, dude, I had no reason to push it on if I had more than 4 seconds. He says, well, I was catching you. I says, well, I know.
I was just confident in my car, man. That's all.
I was watching the lap counter or the timer. So
yeah, that was.
I had no reason to push
last
it.
group of cars.
I definitely ran into some bad luck there in stage 3. Got sent through the grass. Blaze tagged the wall, ran into me, went through the grass.
And you noticed though when you said, "Let's see what you got, old man," I didn't say a word. I was in concentration mode there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an FYI, guys, we're still live.
Yes.
Right on.
We had a good battle there in the second stage, Blaze, and then in the start of the third stage where you caught you were like lap down, but you caught us battling, me and Kramer, and I think Heathen was in there. Yeah.
What?
All right,
Yep.
hey, they're still live, so if Suave asks a question, don't talk until I ask you a question.
No, it's okay. Right now, Mike's getting all the points figured out, and we'll. Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Oh,
we'll see how
include John.
that
Yeah.
turns out.
All right, so that leads us to obviously the round of six. Skull 32 up at the moment. I'm 31 up. Suave, you're 22 up. Goose is 13 up. Obviously, if any of us six win, then that changes everything around. And beginning of the round, far too early to kind of figure this out from a who's making it to Homestead sort of perspective. Flash and Jamie. Jamie, good job on the seven extra points tonight. That's going to bump you up to 22. Obviously, with the two extra stage wins and the win, gives you 7 extra. Brings you up to 22 with Flash, so you guys are both at that same level. 13 back of the cutoff at the moment, so not bad. Not bad. Definitely doable. Obviously in the last 4 weeks, and we'll kind of see how that plays out. So win moves you on to Homestead, and to the end of the year. But fantastic night tonight, guys. Good job all around. Proud of all of you. But
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Def-
Thank you.
Definitely had a lot of green flag laps. Well, most of the race was.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest,
There was
there was
not
a
a
couple
single
times
caution.
where it should have.
Yeah, I don't recall a caution at all, except for stage breaks.
Yeah,
And
when
To be honest,
you
slipped, yeah.
flipped over, Blaze, it should have been a caution, but that.
Well, at least he wasn't stuck on the apron.
Yeah, that's true too. To be honest, like watching tonight, now I'm kind of hoping that I don't have to be in the booth tomorrow because it makes me want to get into the action.
It
Yeah,
was
tomorrow
good.
is
It
going to
was
be
a
an
good
interesting
running,
race.
man.
Well, your 18 car's gone now, so.
Man, you
Yeah,
tore that
what?
18 car all up.
Yeah,
In my defense, I'm not in the points, so I had to try something. So.
Yeah, you took 2 tires, huh?
No, he
Nope,
blew a
I
tire
took
the last
4.
lap.
yeah. He came in. He
Blew a
came in
tire.
early on the last stop. I was going to ask about that. You made up the time. The difference to the 22, and then obviously the 22 took off because you have brand new tires, and I think yours might have been at around 85, 86%. How did the car feel the rest of the way? Was it, were you able to kind of keep going at a decent rate still? What did you feel from the car, Kramer?
I liked my car better when it was on old tires.
Okay.
In the beginning of the run, it was loose and just garbage, but in the middle it was fine. And I'm not even really in my rookie year yet, so I was trying something to beat Mr. 22 up there, but
Yeah, you're gonna be a force to reckon with next season for sure.
Mr. 22. I
So,
kind of want that on a t-shirt. That's
Bam!
good. I like that. All right, guys. So I will have points posted up here shortly. To everyone who kind of hung out for the night, who's kind of been hanging out with us, thank you for doing so. Tomorrow night, preset Kansas, same time ish, 9:30 Eastern, same place again at Kansas. Wild cutoff. Looking forward to it. Come hang out with us again. Until next time, we'll see you then. And again, thank you to everybody in the party. Thank you to everybody who's kind of been watching for the night. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon.